Hey folks, Dooger Guys here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I got a couple of movie reviews for you. Yes, I said a couple. Since these are movies that are related, I thought I would put them together because I figured it'd be a great couple of movies for you to watch over the weekend and let me know what you think of them. Okay? So let's get right into it. The first one is called Torment. And it's a horror movie from 2013, I'm sorry. And it's basically about a guy who had just lost his wife and remarries and brings his new family home to where his first wife had died. Well, his son from the previous marriage is still having issues dealing with his mother's death. And as a result, him and the stepmom don't get along. He's not accepting of her at all. And the husband is busy trying to placate them both. You know, he's trying to make it work and it's just not happening. And while that's playing out, him and his wife notice that there's something not right about the house. You know, there's things being moved, doors left open, dirty dishes in the sink, that kind of thing. And so there, you know, the wife isn't too keen with the way things are going, and she wants to leave. Well, then they find out what's been going on in the house, and they find out that there's a family living in the home. And it's not a really nice family. In fact, it'll remind you of The Strangers if you've ever seen that movie. Kind of had that feel to it. And let's just say they want to make the little boy a part of their family. And so it's basically a revenge film where the family fights back against the family to get the little boy back. And so that's pretty much the dichotomy of the movie. Well, the movie was directed by Jordan Baker, who is known for two other horror movies, The Marsh and Duress. And I haven't watched those yet, but from the way this one was, he did a really good job of directing it. The cast was rounded out with good people. For example, the woman who played the second wife, Sarah Morgan, was played by Catherine Isabel. And she's been in all the Ginger Snaps movies. If you ever seen that series, she played the main character in all three Ginger Snaps movies, so definitely check those out. I've only seen the first one, and I'm going to have to go back and see the other two, but the first one was really good, so I can just imagine how the others are. She was also in American Mary, and she also had a credit for Freddy vs. Jason, which was one of the worst Jason movies ever made, in my opinion, but that's just me. The father was played by Corey Morgan. The father of Corey Morgan was played by Robin Dunn, who is known for such movies as Just Friends. He was on a TV show called Sanctuary. And he appeared in a movie that I've got to find because just the title of it sounds like it's got nacho cheese just oozing all over it, and it's called Space Milkshake. So I'm definitely going to give that one a look and see if I can find it, because that one just sounds really good. The guy who played the lead, who I thought was the father figure of the family, they call him Mr. Mouse, and if you watch the movie, you'll see what I mean by that. He was played by Noah Danby, who appeared in such films as Riddick, Detroit Rock City, and The Skulls. And might I say, between Catherine Isabel's acting and Noah Danby's acting, it really made the movie. I mean, Noah Danby played an awesome protagonist. I mean, this guy was evil to the hilt, and he really played a really good bad character, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, I got some early morning allergy stuff happening here. Okay, now let's move on to the sequel. The sequel is called The Tormented. It came out in 2014, and it was directed by Audrey Cummins, who is known for the movie Darken. She's done a series of short films. One of them was called, and forgive my French because it's not one of my key languages, Les Jeux d'Enfants, which translates to children's games. So I think she won an award for that one, and I'm going to have to go and find that one because just the title alone makes me kind of curious about it. The synopsis of the movie is about a teenage girl who's basically getting crapped on in all aspects of her life. The guy she's dating takes advantage of her in many ways. I don't want to give the movie away. But her mother tells her to get out, or basically wants her out of the house. The school board is looking to suspend her over some issues. So basically, things are just not going her way. Well, her mother got her a job babysitting for a wealthy family. And the children kind of take care of themselves. The parents are so self-absorbed that the kids basically look after each other. And you can tell there's a disconnect between the kids and the parents, and the babysitter, our main character, the babysitter, just falls right into that. And out of the blue, while she's at their home, the family returns, and they're wanting the children to add in to their family, and they're trying to kill the babysitter to get these kids. It wasn't as good as the first movie, and I'll get into that here in a minute because I want to compare the two. The only the only cast member that I want to make mention of who I thought really played the part well, and that was the babysitter played by Kylie Winters. The character's name, I'm sorry, I have it backwards. I wasn't paying attention to how I had it written. She played Kylie Winters, the babysitter. Her name is Alyssa King. She's most known for the TV series Slasher, which can be found on Netflix. And one that I've got to find because I've never heard of this one, so it kind of intrigued me as well, called Bed of the Dead. What an awesome name for a horror movie. I've got to find that one. That would sound like some cheesiness as well. So, got to find that. But yeah, she was the standout actress in this movie. She's really what made the movie worth watching. If it hadn't been for her, I would have stopped watching it halfway through because the acting isn't that great in this movie. And the storyline has some holes in it as well. So, you know. So now to compare the two, and here's what I want to get at. In the first movie, there's a scene that involves a battery. And I don't want to give it away, but that to me made the first movie. That scene alone creeped me out and made the movie, man, let me tell you. Again, Noah Danby, who plays Mr. Mouse, the bad guy. Man, that dude, just his voice alone will give you chills up and down your spine. the first movie, Torment, I felt had a better storyline, better actors. It just had a better flow than the first one because they didn't get a lot of the original actors from the first movie to be in the sequel. I think that kind of hurt the movie. And two, the storyline wasn't as well written. As far as I felt that both movies could have used a lot more gore in them. When you have a movie titled Torment or Tormented, you figured that there would be some really gritty, grisly horror, gore, torture scenes in it, but there really wasn't. In fact, that's the reason why I mentioned the battery, because that to me was the only scene in either film that really made me kind of cringe. And so they could have really done a lot more with both these movies. I'm not saying they're bad movies. They're worth a good watch. They really are. And on a cheese factor, I would put this at maybe like a baked potato with cheese, cheese on it. It's a little bit cheesy, but not like full nacho cheese, ooey gooey good stuff. I mean, it was almost there, kind of midway. So we'll just call it a baked potato with cheese. That's what we're going to call it. That's where I would rate this. Like I said, it's good. Both of them are good for a one-time watch. So definitely, if you get a chance, go on Tubi TV. Is where I found these, and it's a free streaming site. You can donate to help keep the thing going, but it is free. The only downside to Tubi TV is that you do have to watch commercials from time to time while the movie plays, but they go by so fast, you don't really notice it. It's just a minor downside to it, but I'm not being sponsored by Tubi TV, but I love Tubi TV. I mean, you can find movies on there that you're not going to find on other streaming sites, so you really want to give this a good look. There's a number on there that I've watched and really enjoyed, and so definitely check out Tubi TV if you can. You can even join via your Facebook account as well. So that's nice if you don't want to mess with having to go through joining it, and you can actually click this icon where you can sign into your Facebook account. Makes it real easy. So folks, please give these movies a watch over the weekend. Let me know what you think of them. If you like this content, please give me a like and don't be afraid to comment. And please come subscribe, because there's definitely going to be more of these, because I really enjoy this genre. And within the realm of horror, but I'm also a big B-movie fan too. And hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to find some really key gems in my collection to talk about, because I've got a few that I think you guys will like. Anyway, Dooger does saying do good and deuces. Bye-bye.